This is a story about love. So usually I always talk about very stupid things here, but tonight I'm going to be a bit more serious. Although I have to warn you, there will be some bad pickup lines in this set, so just be warned. So, I used to be a romantic. I grew up in the 90s and 2000s, and I think most of my romantic, or my ideas and perception of romance and seduction came from Disney movies, right? And also Usher dancing his way behind the girl, you know. And one of my favorite movies was Aladdin. I think that's where I got most of the important lessons about seduction. So if you didn't see Aladdin, it's very simple. So this guy, he's broke, basically, and he falls in love with this girl, and she's rich. And one day, long story short, he finds a genie, and the genie makes him rich. And then he just comes unannounced at the balcony of the girl. Don't do that, it's gonna get you a restriction order. Anyway, so he just comes up with his magic carpets, and he tells the girls basically, yo, now I'm rich. And the girl says, I'm not interested. And he go on his magic carpet. And I think that's the moment where I learned one of the most important lessons about love and seduction is that it doesn't matter if you're rich or poor, as long as you have a dual pass ride. Because the moment she saw the magic carpet, she was like, wait, what is that? What is that? And then she hopped, and then she hopped on the magic carpet, and they went into this adventure, and they sang together. They go around the world, they arrive somewhere, and head on head, and wow, fireworks, fireworks. So I thought, yeah, I guess that's romance. And I think when I was 16, I tried to learn guitar and singing. Never worked, but whatever. And I did have my romantic moment. I did have it. It happened years later. I was 30, I already had a girlfriend. I mean, when I say girlfriend, serious relationship. So, and I just came out of a, I don't know, 1-year relationship. I was 3 months single. And I went to this party. And this party was a very big thing because it was like two flats, organizing a party at the same time, so a joint party. And I told myself, tonight I'm just going to drink and dance. And so the first thing I did was drinking a bit, and then I went to this room, and the room was playing some music. And basically, it was just a laptop, and so and connected to the music box, put some music on the laptop, people were dancing, I was having a good time, and then suddenly, the guy from the room shut things down, he puts his music, nobody likes it, and so I'm pissed, right? I'm pissed and fuck it. And so I go down, so again I was on the top flat, I go down on the bottom flat, and I passed in front of this girl. And that's when Tipsy Me took the reign. Now I need to tell you something about Tipsy Me. This guy come up with things I didn't know I had in me. Actually, I'm still not sure if I have that in me, but he comes up with lines. So just to give you an example, change of settings. I was in another party, long story short, dancing with this girl. She's really cute, I like her, but I feel like when we're dancing, there's a wall. There's attraction, but there's a wall. And at some point, Tipsy Me just leaned over the girl and said, you're dancing like you have a boyfriend. That's Tipsy Me, right? I would never come up with that. Anyway, back to the party, I passed in front of this girl, and I didn't even have time to think. Tipsy Me just took the rein. He just moonwalked his way back to the girl. I didn't really moonwalk, but that's how it felt. And he looked at the girl, and he said, I'm sorry, but I cannot help myself to tell you, you're one of the most beautiful girls I've seen in years. What was that? That's what I thought. What was that? Why would you say some corny ass shit like this? It's not gonna work. And the girl looked back at me and she said, thank you, with a big smile. And Tipsy Me goes on like, hey, I'm Cyril. And she starts talking to me. Motherfucker. And we kept talking, and things are going great. But at some point while I'm talking to her, my friend comes along. Now I need to tell you about my friend. He was one of the biggest womanizer in town. I was in Heidelberg at the time. He was one of the biggest womanizer in town. He was, just to give you the type, he was tall, he could speak 4 languages, smart guy, and of course 4 languages with a French accent. So basically, he was a beast. Anyway, comes standing here, and when he comes standing, I can see that the girl's attitude just changed. So like her body language shifted. Like, oh, something is wrong. And at some point she's like, oh, I'm gonna be back. And then she goes away. And my friend turns to me and he's like, you see this girl? Yeah, 2 years ago. You know what I mean? Fuck. I wasn't upset because they had sex. I mean, it was 2 years ago. I didn't care about that. What I was afraid was like she would think I'm also a womanizer. And I really like that girl. And so when she came back, because hopefully she came back, I just focused on her. Focused on her. Don't look at him. He's gonna go away at some point. And he went away. He went away. And I was with this girl. And at some point, Tipsy me said, okay, we need to go dancing, bro. Ask her to go dancing. I'm like, okay, you wanna go dancing? She said yes. And we are on the dance floor. And we dancing very close, and our forehead are touching, and we start kissing. And it's magic. I can remember the dance floor. It was like those red lights, and it just felt like there were only us on the dance floor. And that's when Tipsy me comes and say, psst, hey, ask her, does she know the cop song? What the fuck, bro? Ask her, does she know the cop song? So, the cop song is basically a song that was made famous by the movie Pitch Perfect. Basically, she put a cop on stage and then she made a song, and that was the cop song. Right. And so, I was a bit surprised by Tipsy me, but I was like, the bro got me that far, so I owe him that, right? And so I asked her like, do you know the cop song? And she said, yes. Tipsy me, she know the, shh, let me handle things from here. So Tipsy me just like goes, get a cup from the bar, and he brings her. We go to another room, but it was like a hallway, and we sat on the floor, and I tell her like, go ahead, do the cup song, and she starts. I got my ticket for the long way round, 2 bottles of whiskey for the way, and I sure would like some sweet company, and I'm leaving tomorrow, what you say? 'Cause when I'm gone, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me by my hair, you're gonna miss me everywhere. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. The girl could sing. She could sing, and I was mesmerized. And I don't know if it came from me or from Tipsy me, but I had this song. It was a duet, which is also a song of Monster and Man. And I think I didn't even give her a warning. I just started singing the song. She was in front of me, we were very close, and I started singing. I don't mind looking around this book. I don't mind. Ah, shit, I forgot the lyrics. Shit. I don't like looking around this boring, empty house. So hold my head, I'll walk with you, my dear. And she continued. The tears. Fuck, I forgot the song. Okay. But the thing was, every time I did the girl's part, she did the guy parts. Because I usually start with the girl. And our forehead were touching and we were singing to each other. And it was magical. Fireworks. And I was super in love. And she dumped my ass 3 months later. She dumped my ass. as I told you, I was really in love with this girl. And I think maybe I showed too much love, or maybe I wasn't the right time for her, or whatever. But she broke my heart. She broke my heart. And that's made me very bitter. I became bitter against women. I had very bad thoughts at that time. I thought, they just want sex. They don't want me for having a real relationship. If they want to have fun, they will have me, but they will marry a German. Things like this, yeah, really, very bad thoughts. All women are the same. They don't deserve my love. They don't deserve to be loved. They don't deserve to be taken seriously. I was in a bad place. I was happy that I was in this place 7 years ago, because now I think there's a lot of influencers and male toxic masculinity, Andrew Tate, those kind of people. I wouldn't have liked to be in this position when they were influencing. I don't think I would get into there, but anyway, those existed. And at some point, it took me really 1.5 years, I guess, to get over this. And what helped me is that I got a lot into psychology in a way that I always wonder why people like take their decisions. Why do they choose this? Why do they choose that? And the more I dived, the more I understood that, you know, everybody's unique. Everybody goes through their own issues, their own problems. And sometimes it's not your fault. It wasn't maybe my fault. Maybe it was a bit. It doesn't matter. Everybody have their struggles, and everybody's different. And eventually, I met someone, like years later, and we just met at the bar. There was, just, you know, like, take her number. I got her to one date, a second date, and a third date. And it didn't feel like a firework, you know. It was more like, that's when I understood that love, it's like a slow burning candle. You know, fireworks, they die in the night. But real love, I think, is a slow burning candle, something that brings you warmth in the nights, provide you for lights in those darkest times. And yeah, I did marry this girl at some point. We also got separated for the best. All the women that say, oh, thank you for your empathy. All the women that didn't say anything. My number is 016-369-368. So, where do I go with that? I want to leave you with something. And I think it's hope. I think that, as I said, love is this slow burning candle. And if you have this, you know, like, don't forget it. You know, take care of it. Sometimes it's going to extinguish. You can maybe turn it out again. Just, yeah, take care of it. And don't forget it, because if you do, you know, it's a candle, so it's going to burn down your house, so be careful. So I guess, and that would be my last song of the night, is where there is desire, there's gonna be a flame. And where there is a flame, someone's about to get hurt. But just because it hurt doesn't mean you're gonna die. You gotta get up and try and try and try.